Well, today does mark the one-year anniversary of the attack on the U.S. Capitol, with several events planned to pay tribute to the brave police officers who defended lawmakers from an angry mob contesting the results of the presidential election.
Yeah, 5 people died as a result of the riot. We spoke with Congressman Mike Quigley in the aftermath of the siege on the Capitol. We wanted to bring him back this morning to reflect on that now infamous day in American history. Congressman, good morning to you. Thanks so much for joining us.
Good morning. It's good to be back. I think I started my day on January 6th of last year talking to you before all this began as well.
Yeah, and remind our viewers, you weren't just in Washington, Congressman. You were in the House chamber at that moment when rioters were breaking through the doors to get inside. So when you look back on that day, what memory haunts you the most?
I think the thing that I'm reminded the most of is looking out the East Capitol steps before all this began and seeing a massive group of insurrectionists and just 3 Capitol police officers with ball caps on, no riot gear, no equipment. You can see it in some of these clips. And I'll tell you, I don't think we're having this interview without their bravery. And I think that we'd be looking at a very different country right now. They might very well have saved our democracy. As it was, the rioters got within 50 or 60 feet of number 2, number 3, and number 4 in succession in our country. It was a very dangerous day for them.
Yeah, I can only imagine what that must have been like for all of you, seeing that crowd stirred up and knowing they were coming for you, and you just got to hold on and hope that you can get out of there alive. On Wednesday, the chief of the Capitol Police Department, he testified before members of Congress, and he had an update on the policing changes that have been made since the attack. Asking you right now, sitting in your office, do you feel any safer this morning as a result of the changes?
I do in the Capitol. The fact of the matter is there's more police, but not nearly enough. They're better equipped, better trained, but not nearly enough. We still have a ways to go. I mean, we need better intelligence, retractable fencing. In the final analysis, if you ask me, I feel safer in the Capitol. I'm concerned for 2 things. First of all, my colleagues, because we're not always in the Capitol. People know where we live and what we do. We're public figures. So I'm concerned that anger that's still out there, the fact that the big lie is still being pushed, and the root causes of what you're seeing on your screen right now, right? The fact that people will tell lies and incite violence in a democracy, in the long term, that's what we should be concerned about.
Well, and at the end of the day, we're so grateful that you and your colleagues did manage to escape unharmed. Congressman Quigley, I know this is probably a difficult day to look back on, but we certainly appreciate you doing that with us this morning and our viewers.
Thank you. There's work to do.